What is stress? The exact definition is a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. In response to a stressful situation, people experience the fight or flight response. This reaction is hardwired into human brains and defends us from bodily harm. It is important to remember that some stress is good and keeps people motivated to perform well. Although, stress becomes harmful when it is experienced for long periods of time. Teens in today's world are subject to an immense amount of stress. There is an abundance of factors that affect an individual's stress level, including, but not limited to, school and social situations. Nora, a high school junior, was doing college-level work, but when her report card arrived showing she did not achieve a perfect 4.0, Nora was devastated. Her mother even stated that Nora had a total meltdown and cried for hours. However, the pressure on Nora does not just have emotional effects. She is also tired, suffers from headaches, and is increasingly irritated with her siblings. School has an enormous impact on the stress of teens. In one survey, 83% of teens said that school is a somewhat or significant source of stress, and 27% of students report extreme stress during the school year. One 16-year-old Seattle native even stated, "This year I spend about 12 hours a day on schoolwork. I'm home right now because I was feeling so sick from stress I couldn't be in school." Stress is also born from college applications. Students feel pressure to get into the top schools and are devastated if they don't. College admission is how a lot of people are defining success these days. Dr. Pope of Stanford states. He then goes on to say that we want to challenge people to achieve the healthier form of success, which is about character, well-being, physical and mental health, and true engagement with learning. 16-year-old Colleen took all the advanced courses as a sophomore, but the pressure began to make her physically sick and she started suffering from stomach pain and headaches. To try to create balance, Colleen dropped one of her advanced courses for the next year. After she chose this path, Colleen no longer suffers physical pain and she is able to have a balanced life. Students often find themselves lying awake at night because of stress. Unfortunately, losing sleep makes everything worse. Lack of sleep provides a slew of other problems like poor academic performance, feeling overwhelmed, and reacting aggressively. Once a person puts the book away, they need to simply sleep, not worry. Teens are also extremely stressed about time, with 13% saying they don't set aside time to manage stress. Many teens feel pressure to keep up with everything going on around them, and lots of teens struggle to find balance. Teens also feel pressure to uphold their academic commitment and social relationships while juggling various extracurricular activities like sports. Student athletes especially face an undue amount of stress. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons reports that professional athletes and teen athletes have similar injury rates. However, teens also face pressure to play, even while injured. Professional athletes can often see that injuries could potentially end their career, but high school athletes only see the short term. Parents are also a contributing factor to many teen stress. 56% of teens from one survey say that parents are a significant source of stress in their lives. Additionally, in a survey from the American Psychological Association, 86% of the participants said that they are affected by their parents' own stress. Teens also acquire stress from romantic relationships. In fact, 48% of teens from a Baltimore survey say that romantic relationships are a source of stress. Teens may begin feeling pressure about their relationship and let themselves be put in situations they do not feel comfortable in. Teens can also become stressed about their friends' issue, whether it is a relationship problem, a friendship problem, or something else. Issues never really affect just one or two people, but they spread out, affecting many more. In actuality, 52% of teens cite friends' problems as a source of stress. Social situations in general can be stressful for teen students. Teens will often feel pressured to participate in activities just to fit in or submit to peer pressure. Sometimes, teens can feel so stressed from relationships and social events that they can develop anxiety and, in extreme cases, depression. Teens can also feel stressed about social media. Oftentimes, adolescents will focus on projecting an outward image of themselves on apps like Snapchat or Instagram. Teens may also see their peers posting pictures of themselves having a great time and begin feeling inadequate, causing even more stress. Physical appearance is a big part of teen stress. Both teen boys and girls are bombarded with pictures of perfectly photoshopped and flawless people without seeing the makeup teens and computer-generated enhancements behind the images. There are many teens in the world who see these pictures and compare themselves to it, then stress about not having the perfect body. The stress of having a certain look has had such great effect that 90% of girls aged 15 through 17 want to change at least one thing about their appearance, and nearly a quarter of girls in the same age group would consider plastic surgery. There are also up to 12% of teen boys who use unproven supplements and/or steroids. Stress can also change teens' eating habits. Sometimes in stressful situations, people will be tempted to overeat or skip meals, although it is in these stressful times that a balanced diet is most important. Eating breakfast is especially important because it is the meal that gives every person enough energy to start the day. Living in an unsafe neighborhood is also a teen stressor. 13.6% of parents consider their children to be unsafe at school as of 2007. However, the Healthy People 2020 initiative has set a goal for this number to fall to 5% by the year 2020. This initiative also seeks to decrease significantly violent public school attacks from 17.2% to 15.5%. Teen stress is ever-changing. 16% of teens say their stress has declined in the past year, while 31% say their stress level has increased. Additionally, 34% of teens believe their stress will increase in the coming year, and 42% of teens don't think they do enough to manage their stress. There are ways to manage teen stress. Teens can exercise, as exercising helps take the mind off problems and helps people sleep better. It's also important to drink roughly 2 liters of water a day to prevent dehydration and thereby being tired. Teens should also plan ahead or make a list of tasks to come up with, which will make everything seem much more manageable.